Coach, obviously the competition was part of it, but when you looked at the film, what did you like from what you saw the other night?
Lenore Ryan game?
Yeah.
You know what? I felt like guys, I thought from the beginning, the approach was where it needed to be. You saw guys take steps in areas where we talked about on film, and I thought some of the young guys that came in with the right mindset, came in to guard, and they did a lot of really good things on the defensive side and the offensive side of the ball. But mainly the defensive side is where the attention was placed.
Playing faster has been a big kind of talking point for you guys. How do y'all do that while maintaining the way y'all play defense?
Yeah, that's the challenge, right? Because it's going to be a lot more possessions, or hopefully more possessions, and it's the defense is going to be spread out a little bit more, I think, and then we have to rely on our depth, I think, and to help us maintain that intensity. So, telling guys, hey, 2-minute spurts, 2 hard-minute spurts, and now you're out, and we get somebody else in, and we just kind of keep rotating. But I do think that will be the challenge, to maintain that intensity with the pace on the offensive end, and a lot more threes are going up, so you got longer rebounds. All of that stuff will factor into it.
I was having Santi back, and I assume he's a guy that you got right back to speed the day he's back. Doesn't really need any time to get back into things.
Yeah, well, we didn't practice yesterday, so we were off. So today will be his first day back to practice. But I don't anticipate, this is year 5 for Son, and he's on autopilot right now. Like, from a sense of he knows what to do, what to expect, what the standard is. So I expect it to seamlessly, flow his transition.
What type of transition will it be for Jordan and Dalton? Maybe carrying a little bit bigger of a load in the 2 exhibitions, and then what will it be like for them when Zakai and Santi are back?
Yeah, I don't know. I think the advantage to having such a deep team is, hopefully they don't change their approach. They continue to be aggressive on that side of the ball and be confident, and obviously they have to continue defensively to be, to grow and to continue to come in that direction. But I hope there's no adjustment for them, that they continue to bring it at that level. Santi and Z bringing it at their level, and I think that's the recipe for the team that we all hope to see, that has big time success in the regular season and afterwards.
I know you were Jordan like every other player, but how fun has it been having him here with you at Tennessee?
Yeah, it's been fun when I have a chance to kind of sit back and look at it, but when you're in the mix and you're in it every single day, there is a level of emotion, a level of anxiety that comes with it. As a parent, through different processes of growth, you don't always have to witness it. And especially in athletics, a lot of times, you have other coaches that, they have to struggle through and they have to work through and have the good times through as well. But when you are the coach and your dad, you go through all the growing pains and all the excitement. So needless to say, it's been an emotional roller coaster for me, but it's been fun.
Coach, what's the difference in working in somebody like Dalton or Jordan, who's played at major college basketball before, as opposed to a freshman? What's the difference when you integrate those people into your program?
That's a great question. For an older guy like those 2 guys, they've been through the fire. They've been through college basketball, and there's nothing you can do to simulate it. And the thing I would say about Dalton and Jordan, coming from where they're coming from, it's probably not a lot they haven't seen. I know people talk about the level and this and that, but on the flip side, I would say there's not a lot of guys that's been game planned for the way those 2 guys probably would game plan for. They've seen boxing ones. They've seen every defense you can think of to take them completely out of a game, because where they came from, they were so important to the success of that team. And so I think that's prepared them. I think that's hardened them. And I think to an extent, like, they're relieved to have more help around them to take some of that off. I think with a freshman, you can't simulate preseason from high school to college. You can't simulate the game planning that goes on at the college level when you compare it to the offense. It's something you have to go through. It's something you have to experience, regardless of how good of a basketball program you come from. There's always going to be that learning curve, and so that is what I would say the main difference is. And that's no knock on high school coaches or whatever. It's just is just different. You know, it's the level of preparation, the resources, all of those things factored in makes it a much different transition.
Coach Bond said during the Michigan State game that he never seen Dalton put as much energy into defense as he did in that game.
Right.
In his time here, how have you seen Dalton's defense evolve and get better?
Yeah, I've seen a sense of, you know, his desire, the care factor on that side of the ball has grown, and the understanding of how important it is to not only to himself but to his teammates. Everybody's counting on him, and so when he blows a defensive coverage in practice, somebody's gonna hold him accountable. Somebody's gonna say something to him, and I don't know if he's ever dealt with that before. And he's not a selfish guy. He's not a selfish player, and so the toughest thing I think for all athletes is when your peers, when your teammates are confronting you on certain things. And so when that happens, it takes your level of attention in whatever area it is they're correcting you on to a whole nother level. And so I think he has embraced that. He hasn't pointed fingers. He understands that's where he's got to get better. And to his credit, he has he's worked on it, and he's been better.
Where's Freddie at right now? And Coach talked about this summer kind of needing to find how to get him fired up. Is that still an ongoing search with him?
You know what? Freddie is, again, all guys are different. You know, his demeanor is different. Like, the thing you love about him, he never gets too high, he never gets too low. You know, sometimes I think you would like to see him a little more, especially at that position, a little more fiery. I thought we saw a glimpse of that in the Michigan State game where, you know, I think the guy tried to, you know, take the ball out from him, and, you know, it sparked him a little bit. And so I think for him understanding that maybe it's not for him that he has to, you know, show that emotion sometime, but it also gives the team confidence, and that, you know, you're at a certain level from an intensity standpoint. And so it's something we'll work with him. Again, it's his human nature to be kind of even keel, but you know, that's obviously another area we'll continue to grow.
Was there a point after Michigan State where you were able to sit back, like you said, and enjoy Jordan's success that he had in that game, the way he started, the way he finished it as a dad?
Yeah. You know, as you watch film, you kind of get to, and, you know, you enjoy it, right? You enjoy it, and he drove me crazy at the free throw line, you know, and then that last free throw I couldn't even watch it, but you know, I was in dad mode on that last free throw, so. But yeah, I did. It was good to see him, you know, have some success, but the coach in me knows that there's more, and there's some areas that, you know, we've talked about, and we continue to work on with him for him to, you know, continue to develop.
Last question from Mike. Is there a Zakai update on where he's at in terms of returning?
I don't know. I hadn't talked to Chad today, so I'm not sure. You know, so we'll see. I anticipate him to be in practice today and doing kind of what he normally does. So we'll see.
Thank you. Thanks,
yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right.